contribute an extra $10 or $15 million a year beyond originally planned towards pension and long-term debt.
Towards pension. Correct.
Towards pension. There's a list of ways to do that. One is the mayor's proposal to privatize garages. In terms of likelihood, one's most likely to be used, would privatizing garages alone fill that hole?
Well, that's one that's certainly underway. We didn't prioritize which one should be pursued in what order, but clearly the administration is at work with an RFP issue to review the feasibility and of leasing the garages and what financial ramifications that might have. So that one is already started. And
could that alone do the job?
Oh, I don't think so. No, but well, there's no way to say. I mean, we have to see what the number is.
And in terms of what the mayor and council have already said they're most likely to do, likely scenario here might be privatizing garages and then some of the surcharges the administrations and council said that they'd support. I mean, trying to get a sense of what is the most likely to be implemented by this mayor and this council.
Well, I can't answer that one. Now that we have a plan and those are options, we'll be sitting down with the administration as we do regularly and talking about the priorities. We obviously can't do everything at once. That's a conversation to happen yet.
And an important factor of this plan is the increased responsibility for the council and the mayor to make those kind of decisions. Part of the plan is a pathway out of Act 47 oversight for the city. We want to see that happen by the end of the term of this plan, and in order to do that, this plan gives council and the mayor much more latitude to not only negotiate labor agreements but also take those kind of actions, and we of course are going to support them in doing that.
What do you say to there have been several threats of lawsuits? The council president said he wants to sue in order to Pittsburgh can have authority to impose a commuter tax under Act 11. Your response to that first threat of a lawsuit?
Well, I mean, the administration and council can obviously initiate litigation on their own. They don't need us. It doesn't have to be in the plan. We don't give legal advice to the city. We're not the solicitor. My personal opinion is that's a real long shot.
It's been noted that many of the planks of the original plan, that's 5 years old now, were never adopted. Using city sites to produce advertising revenue comes to mind, and apparently there were many others. How dedicated are you to enforcing the specific non-optional planks in this plan, and what mechanisms do you have to do so?
We have the same mechanism that we had during the first plan. Act 47 is basically a cooperation kind of structure. Now that we have a plan with council's cooperation, we have to work with the administration and cooperate with them in getting it implemented. There were several items implemented during the first plan. Some of them were not. One of the ones where I think we would have liked to have seen more progress was on the market-based revenue. But the administration really has done very well during the first 5 years of Act 47 to move the city forward, and now we have a plan to keep going.
I think we're drifting. Can you move a little this way? There you go.
While we're shifting, can I just get your names and your titles so I can find you guys on the tape again?
I'm Jim Roberts. This is Dean Kaplan. We are the Act 47 coordinator of the city.
And just in follow-up, I know the 10 to 14 million in additional pension contributions is a big priority of yours.
Thank you, Dean.
To make sure that happens.
Again, we don't expect what we call the fail-safe mechanism in the plan to have to come to fruition. But the fail-safe is that if in any one budget year the city is unable, has not successfully raised the revenue to make those contributions, then the plan requires a tax increase.
And what do you do to make them do that?
Well, if as with the original plan, if the city does not implement the plan as adopted, we now have a plan, then the state secretary and Secretary of DCD can impose sanctions.
And I think you
have
saw
to not only adopt the plan, you have to implement it.
Yeah, but I think you saw real determination on the part of both council and the mayor throughout this process to not get to that point, and I think that's one of the most encouraging items to come out of this.
To be sure that this applies to labor agreements, does the mayor have to sign this today because of the calendar clock ticking?
Oh, that.
Well, I mean, it was essential for them to vote on it. That's why I'm asking.
The critical vote just happened. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.